Hello, and my name is Aidan darby-miller, and I'm going to be doing a NileCreekFlyShop tying video. So, it's Saturday morning, doing some fly tying, and we actually just tied a, where did it go? Tied a, I don't know. It's a big lake fly. Stinger hook, just a big streamer. Trailer hook down there. So, great fly for cohos and lake trout, pike, big browns. I mean, as you can see, I mean, this is like, it's like 4.5 inches long. So let's get to it. I have a 2/0 7766 Mustad saltwater hook in here, and I'm actually going to take 2 silver humor cone heads right after I've squished the barb in here. Get the one on, get the other one. And the reason I'm using humor ones is because they are they're designed for tubes, so they'll fit over a thicker diameter wire hook here, like this. Because I mean, this is a 2/0 saltwater hook, right? So if you're fishing this more for browns, you can scale down the hooks, the fly, whatever you wish. I'm going to start my thread right there. Break it off. And I'm going to grab some 20-pound fire line. You can use 30, 40, sometimes even 50. I don't think it's necessary. 20-pound is plenty for me. If you're going to tie these for pike or lakers, probably a good idea to use wire in the place of this fire line, but for our purposes, everything should be okay. So I tied that in right at the back, and then wrapped up, and then folded it back over, just like so. And I'm going to stick my trailer hook on now. I'm going to stick it on so that it's in a inverted position. Just like so. You don't need to go crazy with the trailer hook. Size 2 is probably about perfect. So now I'm going to take some white finished raccoon, and I'm just going to cut off about an inch or an inch and a half of hide. Mine is cut into strips, that's very important. And I'm going to comb it out, because fin raccoon, at least the stuff from humor anyway, which is great by the way, but it seems to get a little bit tangled up in the bag and shipping, you know, just here and there. So I really like to comb it out, just so it ends up nice like that. So now I'm just going to take my thread to about the just behind the midway point on the shank, and I'm going to tie the corner of the hide just like that, so that the hide is facing away from me towards you. And then I'm going to take my thread, back up, and I just want to make sure there's a little bit of space here in between those cones. So I'm going to take a fin raccoon, and I'm going to make one. Ooh, that trailer hook is sharp. Holy moly. Now thinking I probably shouldn't have put that on. Pull that off. About 2 wraps. You shouldn't get too much more than 2 out of a 1-inch strip. And what I'm going to do right there, just go whip finish. Pull that nice and tight. And then head cement it. And then I'm going to take both of these cones and I'm going to push them back onto the, so that that's covered up, and then I'm going to start my thread in between them, just like so. I'm going to grab a bodkin so I can split these hairs evenly around that main hook. Now I'm going to take some pearl angel hair. I think this is pearl foam green or whatever. You can use any sort of pearl you want, but if you're an experienced tyer, you know that most baitfish flies will be tied with the light color on the bottom and the dark color on the top, because that's how fish look. Spread that around a bit.
When I was in Nanaimo, I found, I was browsing these bookstores, and I found
Pull it around,
Val had told me to.
just all nice like that. And then I'm going to take some, this is pheasant tail angel hair. It's sort of a silvery brown. It's quite a nice back color.
Is he doing a video?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's doing a good job of it.
So, pulls around, hide it in one way, and then folded it back, just like I did with the belly. Pull some of those fibers out. Some of them are a little long. So I want this back material to be just a little bit longer than the raccoon. And for my bait fish, comb is very important. So there we go. Looking quite good. Now I'm going to take some red crystal flash, or Flashaboo, or red dubbing, or red wool, red yarn, whatever. Something red. And I'm going to fold this crystal flash once, then fold it again around the thread. Pull it down just like so. And then I'm going to trim that unevenly, actually. I'm going to trim that unevenly because I want it to be pretty natural looking, and nothing in nature is perfectly square or perfectly even. So now I'm just gonna whip finish right there behind that second cone. No, we haven't cleaned the heads yet. So there we go, pretty much done. You can, if you want, I think I'll push this cone back and then start a little bit of thread up here in the front, just to hold it in place. It's usually what you do when you're tying in fish skulls, and they do that for them just because they don't stay in place unless you do that. So I've actually found that it works very well for cones as well. So I do that on a lot of my big flies. Right. Good. Now, gonna grab some stick-on dome eyes, and I'm gonna stick them just behind this front cone that we can see there. Don't worry about making them stick too well, because we're going to stick some brushable ClearCureGoo on here. So, this is where it's nice to have a rotary vise.
Well, he liked that one so well, he made a video of it.
And I'm going to
Yeah, we
I'm
went
going to
last
completely
week.
cover up
Oh,
that front
rain,
cone
holy shit. Was it
with
slow?
ClearCureGoo, just like that.
Huh? Oh, there was a, we're up high. Wow.
So now I'm going to cure this.
Yeah. Oh, a brown. Can't see anything in the brown.
Good, bam, done. And all that's left is to rub that with some alcohol, which I usually do. Rub it with some alcohol and then put whatever brand of nail polish you want to stick on there, whichever brand you trust most, I guess. Stick this trailer back on there if I can. There we go.
So what's Val doing today?
So there we go. What are we gonna call this? Let's call this Aidan's Lunkerhead. Sounds pretty good to me. So, oh, by the way, this vise I'm tying on is the Vision vise, the convertible tube and jaw one. Anyways, once again, my name's Aidan Darby-Miller, here at NileCreekFlyShop. You can find us online at NileCreekFlyShop.com or here on YouTube. We also have a Facebook page, so like us on Facebook, like, favorite the video, and all that good stuff. See you next time.